Greetings and blessings to all human beings, no matter what your race or creed may be, no matter what your religion may be. I greet all of you, family, friends, and even enemies. I greet you with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be upon you. Today is Monday, January the 4th, 2015. The time being 8:38 a.m. Central Time or Charleston, Missouri time. I like to say happy, blessed, peaceful, safe 2016 New Year's to all human beings, even those that are attacking me. I pray that y'all get your life right and stop attacking on the wrong front before God come back. You attack wrong, you don't attack right. I like to say I went into retirement, so I thought December the 23rd of 2015 as being a Charleston, Missouri activist. You know, on New Year's Eve of 2015 at church services when we was bringing in the New Year's, our pastor sent a dynamic speaker, a man of God, a man of wisdom, to get a service, to get a message. And this message was, don't quit. How could you win if you're a quitter? That message stuck with me today. My cousin happened to be married to the son of that dynamic speaker. And I thank him. I thank my pastor for allowing him to speak. You see, it's something about leadership. Good leadership, wise leadership, they breed, they attract good leadership and wise leadership. You can't say that about all churches. You can't say that about everybody behind the pulpit. Because some, all they is about is a dollar. They not only would sell their own soul, you know, if they sell their own soul, they'll sell yours at any and all costs. But I come today to tell all of those that's been, excuse me, defending me from these attacks from black and whites in this town for an arrest that the chief of police now, who was a lieutenant back in June of the year of 2000, him and the former officer Beth ACAP put on me. You don't have to speak up for me. I appreciate it, but you don't have to speak up. My record speaks for itself. You see, they can say what they want to say. That's the only attack that they can come. You see, the only reason I got that arrest and unjust trial and conviction is because I put my trust in this justice system here in Charleston, Missouri. But see, they showed me something. After I got a chance to look at the police reports, the depositions, and the court transcripts, it showed me something that I suspected all the time, but I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt because they said they serve and protect all people in Mississippi County equally. So they lied. That's their history. When I say their history, I'm talking about white supremacists. And when I say white supremacists, I don't want every white person in this town or in this county to think one moment that I'm talking about everyone that's white. I'm not. You see, a Ku Klux Klan is a Ku Klux Klan. If you're not a Ku Klux Klan, the shoe don't fit you, so you don't have to wear it. But now if it offend you when I'm talking about white supremacists or Ku Klux Klan or Nazis, then it's something wrong. You see, when you use the word the N word, and when I say you, I'm not just talking about white folks, I'm talking about anybody that uses it. If you call me the N word, let me tell you, it don't offend me because I know the N word is an ignorant individual. Whoever called me the N word, that's what they are. They ignorant. But there is white supremacists in this town. There is Ku Klux Klan and Nazis in this town. Jim Crow mentalities and minds still own and operate this town. You can't get around it. You see, anytime you have a school, and it's the only school in this area, and you have 51% blacks and you don't have one black school teacher, what do that tell you? Now you put a black assistant principal in the elementary school, but he's just black in nature. You see, you put him there because he ain't gonna take that paddle and whoop no little white children, but he gonna whoop blacks. He ain't gonna take that and discipline or suspend none of these white children, but he gonna do it to blacks. His history short. He grew up here, but he didn't want to stay here. He thought he was bigger than this town. But the Lord sent him right back to let the people see what type of individual he is. He got fired from Cape Girardeau schools. He got fired from Meridian in Mounds, Illinois, or Mount Silly, Illinois. He got fired from both of them. I ain't gonna tell you that. Then, that's the Charleston R1 school district. The Hearns E. Elementary School. Y'all know who he is. Then you have the director of transportation for the schools. Been there 29 or 30 years. But one thing about him, he has a history. He has a history of taking up for whites when they misuse blacks on these buses. I have document proof. Then let's go to the police department. You have one black police officer. Well, he's a sergeant. He'll probably never be promoted no higher than that. He probably was promoted that just to keep the people to think that they're doing something for the black community. One black police officer. There have been many, but all of them quit. One black city councilman in City Hall. 2 black females working the courthouse in Mississippi County. You may have a couple on the school board, but ain't none of these blacks talking about trying to help nobody in the black community. Anything Jim Crow say do, they gonna do it. Ain't no question about it. But one thing about it, they call me loudmouth. Go back to Chicago, you ignorant. You stupid. But how stupid was I on December the 4th, 2015? When the Lord sent me up there against Lester Gillespie in the Suzanne Wesley Family Learning Center. And this unified coalition against violence in Charleston, Missouri, consisted of these 5 churches against the NAACP and some of these other snakes, rats, and what Paul called in Philippians, dogs, trying to silence me. Anytime they sit here and see Lester Gillespie lie to 2 judges, lie to the sheriff department, having them guard him, that's money that they have to spend to watch him when he said he afraid of me. Then had a police department, the state's attorney's office, and these same people still hire. These same people, when you associate with somebody like that, see, they dominate food programs here. They getting that government money, but the government watching them now. When y'all churches accept food from people like Lester Gillespie and Suzanne Wesley and these other criminals, y'all ain't no different. Y'all don't need theirs. One thing about Charles Ivy, may he rest in peace. He was a man, they couldn't stop him from talking to me, and they couldn't stop me from talking to him. He was a man of God. He didn't accept they handouts because he knew they was criminals. One thing about Bishop Winfield, may he rest in peace also. He wouldn't accept they handouts. He wouldn't accept excuse me. He wouldn't accept the things that they've given because he know they criminals. My pastor, I thank God for Jesse McNeil. He won't accept their handouts. He know God gonna bless him. When y'all know this man study line, then you study let him run these basketball programs. You know he smoke crack. Let him take a drop where they take your hair and see how many years. They go back 5 or 10 years. See how long ago he smoked some crack. And then watch January the 15th, or whenever Martin Luther King's birthday is actually January the 15th. But check out who the NAACP be honoring. I ain't through, y'all. If the shoe fit, wear it. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm back. You can say what you want to say about me, but I got facts about y'all. You better ask about me. I ain't running from nothing in Chicago. I ain't running from nothing in here. The only one fear me is you white supremacists and you house. Well, let me take that back. You sell out blacks. And anybody that's committing crime around here, black on black. You got a right to fear me because I'm not going to have it unsafe for my children. And those of you said, well, I won't call the police. What I'm going to call Brenda Badford for when she wouldn't question a white bus driver after he pulled a knife on my daughter and was left alone with her, but she questioned my daughter? What would I call them for? What would I call Bobby Hearns for? Or Percy Owens when they come in my house without a warrant or probable cause? What would I call them for? Now, it's 2 or 3 white police that I would call because I believe they serving and protecting all the communities. I'll be back. I'm just letting y'all know I'm out of retirement. They tell me you resist the devil and he gonna flee. I'm gonna let y'all flee. You keep on. We want to get Lester Gillespie and Suzanne Wesley out of the C.F. Bowen Civic Center, better known as the Lincoln High School, and put them in that G&H building that they have so they can stop trying to stop people from coming in that building as if they own it. Stop letting Lester mentor these black children or youth and adults. All he want is money. He done sold them out once before. Peace be still.